Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Anxiety Offline back again today for another video. First, I got this package in the mail from Zegheads, so let's open this one up. We did a little trade, t-shirt for t-shirt, and this is the one that I picked out from Zegheads. Let's check it out. It's on the Comfort colors, which is the same ones that I had my t-shirts done on. Very high quality, very comfy. Love how these fit. Check out that awesome Zegheads logo there. Thank you so much, Drew. Appreciate the trade. This thing's awesome. And if you want to get an Anxiety Offline shirt, like Drew from Zegheads did, head over to anxietyoffline.com. I got a bunch of them for sale. I think I got small, medium, and large left. I'm gonna order bigger sizes going forward soon, so keep an eye out for those as well. But if you want an AO t-shirt, definitely hit me up. Alright, so in this video, we're going to be talking about stoned decks here. They make some really high quality fingerboards out of California. You can follow them on Instagram at Stoned Decks, and then their website is stonedecks.bigcartel.com. And I tried out one of these at one of the Sunday sessions recently, and it stuck out to me. It's a really cool deck because it's very, very mellow. It's wide like a fingerboard would be, but it's got the shape that a skateboard would kind of have. So kind of realistic looking, I think, and I'm really excited to try it out. So I'll go ahead and open her up here. A big shout out to Stone Decks for sending this one over. This was actually for the Boards and Brews giveaway. It got here a little bit late, so he said to keep one for myself and put the rest aside for Boards and Brews 6, which I did. So for Boards and Brews 6, Stone Decks is already on as a sponsor. Got a bunch of grip tape and really awesome decks from him. So if you want to win one just like this, or some other really cool decks by him, definitely come out to Boards and Brews 6 when that is announced. We just had Boards and Brews 5, so it'll be a while before we announce the 6th one. But oh wow, that's awesome. It's got the logo up top as well as on bottom. It's really, really cool. Comes with a sheet of some yellow back grip tape. Also came with stickers. I'll show them in a different shot. Some really, really nice stickers, I must say. But this deck is awesome. I love the ply color. It's got like natural plies going on, and it is very, very mellow. This is definitely gonna be a challenge. I think I'm gonna have to kind of carefully pick the tape I put on this. I want something kind of thin, but I can still feel the concave and shape. And obviously, it's gonna be a little bit of one of those decks where, for me at least, it's gonna be definitely a little bit of a chore in a good way, but you know, a fun chore, a fun challenge, if you will, to kind of get this thing to do some tricks. I did try it out at the Sunday Sesh. Super, super hooked on I love difficult fingerboards. This one was really fun to me. And then I watched Fatal Fingers, aka Fletch, just do some really crazy switch tricks on this thing. So I was like, okay, that thing's pretty cool. I want to get one. So I was telling Stoned about him, and he was like, hey, I'll press you one and send it your way with the giveaway stuff. So I was like, all right, bet. That sounds great to me. So here it is. I'm gonna get it set up, and I'm gonna test it out for a couple days, and then we'll kind of come back here to this format, talk about it, review it, what I think the strengths are, weaknesses, and all that, and we'll kind of go from there. So this is the Stone Decks 32mm Indica Hybrid, and this is a 95mm length deck, and let's go ahead and get it set up. All right, I got it set up, and I gotta say my first impressions are really, really good. This thing feels amazing. It's definitely very mellow. It's still very usable, which is really awesome. So I set it up, and I haven't been able to put it back down. I've been messing with it constantly. It's super fun, very addicting. I love challenging fingerboards like this. Super, super mellow. It has a decent amount of concave. I would say like a low to medium concave, but the kicks are definitely on the very, very low end. So I'm gonna keep messing around with it for a couple days, and I'll report back in, let y'all know what I think. But so far, so good. I like it a lot, so I'm gonna keep skating it, and we'll see what happens. Alright, y'all, so I've been using this deck a lot for the past couple of weeks. It's super, super fun, very hard to put down, very satisfying, and I want to talk about why. So I've used a couple mellow decks in the past. This one kind of feels a little bit reminiscent of the Worm deck that I used maybe about a year ago or so. I liked that one a lot. I liked how mellow it was. It was really mellow, but it's also very capable. I feel the same way about this one. The only difference is I think this one's a lot more boxier than the Worm shape. The Worm shape was a little more eggy. This one's a little more boxy. In its own right, it's a really, really fun deck. It's super, super fun. And I gotta say, I think it really, really shines when it comes to like very low technical tricks and like curbs and things like that. You definitely call this one a curb killer. Now, it's very snappy, I must say, and I think a lot of that is just due to the very, very nice craftsmanship of this deck. It's very, very, very well made. It's rounded, very nice, lacquered, very nice. Plies, you can see each one. It's just very, very high quality, very, very well made deck. But on top of that, I also noticed it has a pretty long wheelbase. Not a long wheelbase, but it's a wheelbase on par. It's a wheelbase on par with a lot of my favorite decks, such as Flatface, Balcony, and Berlin Woods, which are some of my favorite decks just because I like how they feel. I don't know, I just like how snappy they are, I like how they ride. And the long wheelbase, I think, has a lot to do with that. I like decks with long wheelbases. And now, even though it's so mellow, it's got that nice long wheelbase, which means, for me at least, it's very, very poppy, very capable. So even though it's so mellow, you can still get some really cool tricks out of it. And I might not land every single trick on this deck. I might only land maybe 1 in 20 attempts or something like that. But at the same time, when you do land one, it just feels very, very satisfying, very locked in, very crispy, and it just makes you want to go back for more. This is definitely one that's been hard to put down. I've been keeping it in my rotation. I've even been putting it in my pocket, taking kind of like out in the world. It's definitely one that's fun to mess around with, kind of in like realistic spots or like, you know, really gritty spots, things like that, or even just kind of low spots in general. I was kind of surprised that, like, even though I was like kind of like kneeling down at the table or crouched down, I was still able to do kick flips on this thing and all, do kick flips and stuff like that. I gotta say, tray flips for me are pretty hard in this deck. You just really gotta scoop it, really gotta like really scoop it and pop it and get it in the air. And they kind of look, for me, they kind of look a little bit awkward and still kind of get it to look right. But still, everything just super fun. I've been using it on vert, using it on street. And like I said before, I think it really shines, really, I get the most fun out of it with really low spots like curbs and stuff. I actually made this kind of zigzag curb with this specific setup in mind, and I've been having a lot of fun with it. Now, would I use this as my daily driver? I'm not quite sure. I'm not really a mellow deck kind of guy, so this took some getting used to for me. And I'm not sure if I could just kind of get rid of all my fingerboards and only use this one. I'm sure after a while though, I probably would get very used to it. It's definitely a very fun novelty deck, I kind of think. I like having it in my rotation, kind of just in my collection, because it is really fun to kind of grab a more challenging fingerboard, especially one that you kind of find or consider fun. It kind of gets along with your style. In this case, we've got the long wheelbase, so I can still kind of pick it up. Even though it's mellow, it's got that long wheelbase, we can still do tricks with it, land flips to grinds and all that. It still feels very satisfying and very fun to mess with, even though it's also very challenging at the same time. And I must say, it's good to try challenging fingerboards because I was having kind of a hard time with this fingerboard. This is my brand new Berlin Wood. And Berlin Wood shape is nice and concave, but the kicks are on the medium-low side, I would say. Maybe some people will consider them high. I consider them kind of like a medium-low. But after using this deck a lot, the super mellow one, because these kicks are so low, I actually got more used to this deck. When I picked the Berlin Wood up again, the kicks actually felt higher because this one's just so low. It's what I got used to after a half hour, an hour or so. So I picked up this one and it started to feel a lot better for me. I don't know what it was. I was almost to the point of selling it because I didn't really feel like I wanted it to. But now I can't put this one down either. It's also my daily collection, my daily driver setup. So that's one thing too. I feel like it's good to use challenging fingerboards, use challenging setups, break a tech deck out of the package and try that out. You know, try something different and new, and maybe it's cheap, maybe it's expensive, I don't know, maybe it's whatever, but just try new, different, challenging stuff because it will help your skills kind of evolve, just help you kind of get better as an all-around fingerboard. So the Indica Hybrid from Stone Decks gets a really high rating for me. I give it 2 thumbs up. I would definitely recommend you try one. If you like mellow decks, this is definitely gonna be one you're into. This is one of the more mellow decks I've really ever tried. But again, it's got that long wheelbase, so it's still, for me at least, for my style of fingerboarding, is still very fun, very usable, and just kind of very user-friendly in general. So if you're thinking about picking one up, definitely go grab one. He's got a website as well. It's called stonedecks.bigcartel.com. I'm not sure the next drop is. Just kind of follow him on Instagram, follow the website, kind of keep an eye on things. And I imagine we should have new stuff coming in the next couple of weeks or months or whatever. But either way, that's Stone Decks. It's a 10 out of 10 from me. Thank you so much for sending this one over. It was very fun to use. It is very fun to use. I'm going to keep it set up in the collection for a while, I'm pretty sure. And that is about it for this review. Alright, y'all, so in the next couple of weeks, we'll be taking a look at some more decks. There's this one from Madhouse here, which is really awesome. Madhouse is a collaboration brand between Pipsqueak and Squirrel Nut. This thing is really cool. This is like a 37 millimeter egg shape. Got some trucks for it in the other room. I'm gonna put them on here, get this thing gripped up. So hopefully, we'll talk about this one next week or the next 2 weeks or so. I also got one from Kerf Forge. And he didn't ask me to review this one, but I think I'm going to kind of set it up and just kind of talk about it anyway, because this is a very, very unique deck he sent me here. It's very, very cool. It's got some nice deep concave, not deep concave, but it's got some concave in there, which is really nice. And it's got kind of a pointed nose and a squared tail. It's like a street cruiser pool shape. So this thing looks super fun. I can't wait to get it going. So we're going to talk about this one and the Madhouse as well. This thing is crazy. I love egg shapes and I love kind of like really wide fingerboards. So the egg shape on this one is very, very, very exaggerated. It looks very, very fun. And I love that Madhouse logo. Very, very cool. So this one's also a RealWear graphic, which is super dope. Pipsqueak and Squirrel are getting very, very legit with it. This graphic just looks so, so good. So I'm excited to talk about this one and review it. We'll be doing both of these in the next couple of videos, so stay tuned for both of these. And don't forget, I got my own website, anxietyoffline.com, where I sell a whole array of concrete obstacles, supplies. I even got t-shirts for sale right now. So if you want to rep the Anxiety Offline logo, be the coolest kid in your class or at work or whatever, definitely go cop one of those. They're super, super dope. Very, very comfy, high quality shirts. Got some more bushings coming soon, got some more concrete coming soon as well. This month's a little bit busy, got some vacations coming and things like that. So I'm going to keep the weekly videos coming, but the website might slow down just a little bit. I'm going to take some time off there to kind of just enjoy the summer, enjoy some time off, go fingerboard outside and go take a walk and things like that. And I encourage you to do the exact same. So until the next video, thanks so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. Keep shredding, hit that like button, leave a comment, let me know what you think of this video. And I will see you in the same spot right back here next week. So until then, have fun, stay safe, I'll see you soon. Peace.